everybody. Welcome back to Up to Date. I'm your host, Chelsea Texera, and today we are stoked to have on the show Havilah Vashti. She is a fashion influencer and an architectural designer. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Cheers, love. Woo! I needed that on this hot San Diego day.
I know, it's so hot.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
So I am a 27-year-old fashion lifestyle influencer. My profession normally is an architectural designer.
Okay.
So I work for a defense company and I design like interior and furniture layouts.
A defense company?
Yeah.
Okay, so
like for the government kind of, so. But I'm a part of their facilities and like I work with that. Not sure how much I could talk about that because it is like confidential. But
Okay.
So for like influencing, I've been doing that for about like 2 to 3 years.
Nice, okay.
And I started doing that from modeling. And when I was 18, I started 16, I started modeling. Stopped at 18, then moved to Montreal and started, what is it? Oh my gosh, I can't think right now. University of Concordia.
Okay.
And I went there for business management, and then I took electives in mechanical engineering, and then came back here and decided that I wanted to be an engineer. So I went down that road, and it led me to architectural designing, and then I started influencing, and it just kind of rolled, and now it is what it is today.
Wow, awesome.
Yeah.
You know, every day is a winding road. Thank you, Sheryl Crow.
Yeah.
So I'll say that. So, okay, so Montreal. So what brought you to Montreal?
So my dad, he's an engineer, and he was transferred over there. So my whole family just went over there. It was really interesting, super cold.
Yeah, was
really
it ever
good.
warm?
Yeah, maybe for like 5 months,
Okay.
give or take.
And is it like normal summer months like here? Or what
For the
months?
most part, I mean, around May, it goes to like 60, and that's like warm technically.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, and like you start like, you know, wearing halter tops and like shorts because you were in the cold for so long that it just feels so warm.
Mm-hmm.
But then like later on in the year, like it gets warmer and you have roughly like 3 months of summer. So
Okay, nice.
yeah.
Okay, so Montreal. Well, so speaking of Montreal, today we are having a Montreal Mule. We're going to do another cheers because we have to commemorate you living in such a cool city, right?
Of course.
Well, literally cool. Oh my God. Okay. Not COVID. All right, let's try that again. Sorry, because, wow, I went down the wrong pipe. Okay, so today, okay, wait, are we still rolling? You can just cut that out?
Yeah. Get your breath. Can you smell? Can you taste?
Yes, I can taste just because I coughed. You're gonna disrespect me like that? Trump left the hospital after 1.5 days, and you're gonna ask me.
That guy's about as burned up as a cow at the slaughterhouse, but we can talk about that.
Okay.
So,
Okay, so we're gonna start with the Montreal Mule. I'm not gonna choke.
Okay.
Okay, so today, okay, we can just go. Okay, so today we're drinking a Montreal Mule to commemorate your stint in Montreal. Woo, love that. Okay, so Montreal. So another thing you told me, you said your whole family, you moved there. Tell me about your whole family. So we have a big family.
I have a huge family. I have 8 siblings, including myself, and then 2 half siblings.
Okay.
And I'm kind of a middle child, I suppose you would say, but
That's a big sandwich. That's like a
I
club.
know.
That's like a club sandwich.
yeah, we all grew up being like best friends and like going out together. And my 2 older siblings right above me, we would go to like clubs together and like we like EDM music. So like that was a huge part of like growing
Who
up.
doesn't,
And,
right?
yeah, and like in Montreal, it's 18 plus to go out. So like
Everywhere else besides the U.S.
I know.
Swear. Yeah.
yeah, and then being 18, I was like, this is amazing. Like so.
And your
yeah.
parents were all like, they're like, send it.
They were like, go ahead, but we don't support it. Type of, yeah, I don't know.
Well, that's nice. They're like, no, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, they knew we were young, so.
So how many boys, how many girls?
4 boys, 4 girls, and we were all born girl, boy, all the way until the end, so.
Holy Oreo
Yeah.
sandwich. Love that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Super cool. So who are you closest with?
I guess it depends what we're doing. It like
Yeah.
yeah. I feel like we're all just very close. Like we're just Yeah, we're very close as a family.
Do they all still live in Montreal?
No, so they live here now. My sister,
really?
yeah, and my older sister, she's married now.
Oh, nice.
So she has a house in San Marcos, and I
Okay.
live with her.
Oh, nice.
So that's really nice, just being a part of like their daily lives and
Here
like
I am.
yeah, and I have a niece now, so like it's really
Aw,
nice.
How old's your niece?
She is too.
2.
Yeah.
Very cool. Terrible 2s or what?
No, not at all.
No?
No, she's
a
an
sweet
angel.
thing?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
She's amazing.
Is she your first niece or nephew?
No, I have others, but I feel like because I'm always there.
Because you live
like,
with her, you're close to her.
yeah, and she's also like born in March, so we're both like Pisces babies, and it's so cute.
You guys know I love my Pisces. So when's your birthday?
My birthday's March 10th.
March 10th. Okay, what a great day. Seriously, Pisces are one of my favorite signs. Love you guys so much. So that's awesome. Okay, great. And so you live with them, and then your mom and dad, where are they?
My mom and dad, they're also in San Marcos. They are literally across the freeway, like
super close.
Yeah, super close. Like maybe 3 miles, maybe.
How old is your youngest siblings?
He's turning 17 next month, I believe.
Okay, so everyone's almost out of the woods. So your parents are almost ready to go on like a long vacation.
Yeah, but I feel like that is their like live, like they love it so much to where like they don't want anyone to leave.
Oh, really?
So yeah.
Do they like to travel?
Not really. They're
No?
more like homebodies. So
okay.
yeah.
Well, speaking of travel, we're gonna change up. You obviously love to travel, so why don't you tell me a little bit about your favorite places?
So I love London. I've been to Ibiza, Miami's really nice. I mean, everywhere is amazing, honestly.
Yes.
So.
But those are like your favorites.
Yeah, those are my favorites.
Okay, cool. So let's start with London because I've been to London. It was the last place I went before quarantine hit.
Oh, nice.
And it is so cool. Like I almost I would say, I don't know if I'd live there just because of like the weather. You know, it's a little cooler than we like here as we're San Diegans, obviously. Definitely. But honestly, I think I maybe could. My name's Chelsea. They have a huge, beautiful, like the richest district in London is Chelsea, you know? But so I'm on the fence. Like, if I found a fine London chap, perhaps.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think London is such an amazing city. Like you have to go there. It's nothing to be overlooked at all. So,
yeah. So what did you enjoy most, I suppose?
So I stayed, honestly, like in hindsight, I stayed there the longest of any country I've ever been. I was there for 10 days. So I did 1 week with 2 girlfriends and then 3 days by myself.
Oh my gosh.
So I did like a UK sandwich. I did a week in London with my friends. They left. I went to Scotland for 4 days and then Ireland for 4 days and then back to London just because I was like, I kind of want to stay like in the UK. I want to feel the vibes.
Yeah.
So London, I really loved the Shard, which is the highest point in London.
Beautiful.
You can see everything. We went and I loved like the Tower of London. That was like a really cool museum for me. They have the crown jewels there.
Oh my gosh.
I love museums. Like honestly, and we are jewel girls.
Yeah,
like I'm
definitely.
sorry, we are sparkly princesses.
Yeah.
So I super loved that. I thought that was amazing. They have really people say that like I remember my Nana would always tell me like England doesn't have great food, but it just depends on where you go. And I'm such a researcher. So when I travel, I'm like, okay, I'm going to find the best places to eat, the best places to get a drink. Oh. And I think we had some really good food. We went to this one place. It wasn't the Shard, but another place. It was like on the top of this building. We have this amazing like roasted duck, which I'm I've never eaten a duck before, but it was so good. I remember it was like the windiest day ever. Like I had this huge, beautiful parka and my hood was getting like blown off. But
I loved that the Shard. Did you see like their bathrooms have like it's like a window basically like for the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I know. It's just so different. It's gorgeous because who's going to see you up there and you're like, nobody's going to see your wee willy winky. Sorry.
No.
But like, you know, like it's not going to happen. But no, I think London is so, I'm sorry, like, Gretchen Wiener's fetch. Yeah. It is so fetch. The one thing that always blew my mind when we were there, it was freezing cold. Like I was in my huge jacket all the time. Yeah. People were running outside in their short shorts and tank tops. Like, but if you live there, you're just like fine with it, I guess. Yeah. But London is so fabulous. It really is.
It is.
So I loved going places. Like we went to a couple like speakeasies. I love, like craft cocktails. So we did that. I loved Shoreditch.
I don't think I went there.
Shoreditch is like, to my understanding, kind of like the gay district, but they have like a
Oh yeah, and they have like an underground club. What is it called? Something Heaven.
yes.
Yeah.
So they have all these amazing clubs, all these amazing restaurants. We went to some really cool. Went to this like Indian restaurant that was amazing.
Yeah.
They just have really cool. It's very diverse and ethnic, which I love. Like I love places that are like everyone's welcome, everyone is like represented.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so. I loved Camden Market.
Yeah.
They had the Vagina Museum in Camden Market, and it was so cool. Like. I couldn't say enough good things about it. So I even went to like the Victoria and Albert Museum.
I have to go back with you. I feel like I just went for music and we didn't really get to we explored, but it wasn't as much.
So I saw that you love music. So yeah, you should come anywhere with me because I'll tell you this. Like actually next week I'm going home. I'm going to visit home is here, but my mom is from Sacramento. So I'm going to go visit my mom. We're going to go to Apple Hill, which any of my San Diegans listening, Apple Hill is like Julian on crack. It's like huge. Like you can chop your Christmas trees there, like pumpkins, apples, anything you could ever want. And then I'm going to San Francisco for a few days to visit a friend. And like my girlfriend who lives there, I'm going to go visit. I was like, have you been here, here, and here? And I sent her these things. She goes, I've never been any of these places.
Oh.
And I want to, anyone who travels with me, I want them to experience something that they never would have.
Yeah.
Because I care about that stuff. I want us to have the most aesthetic, number one.
Yeah.
Aesthetic, but like delectable and just divine
and just
experience,
a full, like experience
that we could have. So so I would absolutely love to go back to London. Let's go together.
Yes, down.
For real, like honestly. But so tell me about your trip though. I want to hear.
So for me, for London, it was just more about the music, honestly.
So what music did you go to see?
I love EDM, like deep house type music. And I went with my brother and a few of his friends and like family friends. And we stayed at a vacation rental. So it was really nice, just like laid back. But we ended up going to see Dixon and AIM or however you want to pronounce it.
Isn't it funny? Like everyone, you're like, who the fuck is who?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I know. Whoever you are.
I know how to spell his name, but like pronouncing it, some people pronounce it AIM and some people pronounce it So it's all up in the air. But both of them are like deep house like people. So we went to Ministry of Sound and we went to, oh gosh, I'm blanking on the other two, but we went to two other places. And it was really nice. So then my brother, he DJ'd at another spot, which was really cool. Like it was a full house and it was a good time.
Full house for deep house.
Yeah, full house for deep house.
Love it. Okay.
So yeah, that's mainly what our trip was. We went to the Shard. We saw like the major landmarks, I suppose, but other than that, we didn't really get to explore.
Okay, well, so like I feel like everyone picks their major landmarks. So what were your major landmarks?
Big Ben, and then like the Ferris wheel, and but Big Ben was under construction, so it's like
been under construction for 5 years. So
I know.
I just have to say, fuck y'all.
I know,
because honestly, like like I was looking at the other day. I'm a Pinterest whore, so like on Pinterest, it's like you see all the stuff like these checklists for all these places. I'm looking at the London one and I'm like, okay, yes, Big Ben. I'm like, fuck you. Because literally all my friends, like within the past 5 years that have gone, Big Ben has been under construction. And I'm like, why?
I know.
It's a clock. What do we need to do to this clock? Like, clock in and fix this because, like, we're tired of your shit.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, what are you guys doing, Parliament? Like,
I have no idea.
No, but so anyway, so one really cool fact that I love fun facts. So in front of the Buckingham Palace, have you noticed like the gate is a lion and a unicorn?
Oh, I didn't notice the unicorn.
And do you know what that is?
No.
So the UK is comprised of Ireland is not a part of the UK anymore. Like it is, but it isn't technically. Like they broke off because they're fighting Irish. They were like, "Fuck you, we're not gonna be a fucking a part of this shit."
No,
but I love them. I'm Irish. I'm all the things. I am 50% Irish, Scottish, and Welsh. So,
oh, wow.
So my shit comes from all of it.
Yeah.
So I feel all y'all. But I will say, so the Scottish national animal is a unicorn.
Oh my god!
It is the only national animal of any country that is a mythical creature.
I love that.
But do you know why that it's that?
Why?
Because the national creature of England is the lion, and the only known enemy to the lion is a unicorn.
I didn't know that.
So basically why Ireland like seceded from the UK is because they were oppressed by London and the king and all this stuff.
Yeah.
So like Scottish people I think are so hilarious, but they decided to make their animal the unicorn because they're like, fuck you, we will stab you through your lion heart.
Yeah.
And Ireland was just like, see ya, with their little like leprechaun shoes and just fucking noped out. But I always thought that was really cool. And like at Buckingham Palace, like when I went by and I already had learned the history because I love history. When people say they don't like museums, they don't like history.
I love museums.
I'm like, how can you not want to know about how we got here?
Exactly.
Like, do you know how much had to come before you? Literally come before you for you to get here.
Yeah. I was telling my girlfriend the other day, it's like you can't move forward in your future unless you know your past.
Yeah.
And that's a huge part of history. So
huge part of history.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. So we love London. That is not up for debate. And we will be going back there. Honestly, like, I feel
as soon as like quarantine opens up, I would honestly be down to go. Like, I love London.
Dude, first started the right straight on till morning.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go.
Right?
Yes. Okay. So our next place, you said Miami.
Yeah, so Miami was really nice. I also went for music. My brother was DJing at like some random spot. So we went there first. And then afterwards we went to Space Miami, and which is amazing. Like, yeah.
Everybody get up. It's time to slam now. Was it not like that?
No. I mean, yes and no, I guess.
I feel like you, music girl, we got a real jam going down. Welcome to the Space Jam.
But so we went for music, went for my brother's DJ gig, but we've always wanted to go to Space Miami. We have like Space Ibiza, and like I believe
it's an actual like town called Space.
No, it's a club, like, and it's amazing.
Okay, I'm like
it's just amazing.
Oh, what? Okay.
And Dixon was playing there again, so we're like, let's go for Dixon. And so my brother played his set, and then the following night we went to go see Dixon, and it was just amazing. Like, I definitely want to go back. So
hell yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So what else besides the music scene did you love? Did they have good food?
They had good food. We didn't really explore as much as we would have liked to. It was a quick trip.
You guys probably went to bed at 5 a.m. and you're calling me out. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, so what about the beaches? Like anything like that?
I honestly didn't get to go to the beach, so
you were just like
we
fucked up and jamming the whole
not even like it's weird, like when we go out we won't drink as much, but like we just really like dancing to music, and I'm a dancer. Like, I grew up dancing ballet and jazz, so
me too.
Oh, nice.
So I used to do competition hip hop, ballet, and jazz.
Oh, wow.
So hip hop was my main, but like we also had to do all of the training.
Yeah.
For the ballet, jazz. Like one of our dance teachers, she was a 49ers cheerleader, and she was
cool.
like, she would make us sit in our splits till we'd like cry.
Yeah.
Like,
yes,
oh,
I remember that.
God.
Oh gosh, not great memories, but
I can still do it, you know, because
same, exactly.
Because she made us like just do it, and if you got out of it, she'd be like, again,
like,
and like
another minute,
and everyone would hate you. You're like, I have to go on. Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I really do enjoy like going out and dancing, and then on top of that, like the music's really nice, and music runs in my family, so I'm like, it's just my heart is there.
Music runs in your family. What do you mean?
So my grandpa, he does mostly jazz. My mom, she was really into like EDM type music. So
I could play saxophone.
Really? Can you?
I was in concert band in middle school, and I played alto sax. A bitch could jam.
Wow!
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, jazz music is so nice. Like, it always gets my heart.
It's like how could you not feel jazz? It's just
it's
like
so
it's soul. It's soul.
Yeah, I love it. So jazz music's really good too. And I think that's what started like the music, I guess, background in my family. And then like my mom really liked EDM music. So like just growing up, she'd play like a little bit of it.
Mm-hmm.
And so all of my siblings, like, we all love it. So yeah, that drives most of my trips, honestly. So yeah.
Okay, cool. So Miami, anything else to add about Miami?
Not really. I didn't experience it as much as I would have, or I wish I could have, because it was so quick. It was only like 2 days or so. So,
but the music made it for you, and you just like, it was such a happy, elated experience. You were like, this is one of my favorite memories.
Definitely. Ever. It's just one of those places where you just, or I guess personally, I feel like I just belong there. Like, I could have moved to London, I could have moved to Miami, like those, or Ibiza, I guess, too. Like those 3 places, I could move to any of them and I would be happy.
Okay, so then we're going to move on to Ibiza. So why Ibiza? Tell us about Ibiza. What brought you there? How long did you stay? Your craziest stories? Go.
So I went to Ibiza for a girlfriend from high school, her birthday, and she was living in Madrid. And so she's like, I want to have my birthday in Ibiza. And so we all flew into Madrid.
You're okay, bitch. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down. And so they told us, or she told me a month before, and I'm like, I'm totally down. Like, who turns down Ibiza and Madrid? So, like, Madrid's architecture is amazing. And with my background, like, I had to go. So, I flew into Madrid. We spent a night there, and then in the morning we flew to Ibiza. And it was just amazing. Like, I didn't expect. I was going in with more of a Vegas approach to where, like, you know, girls get it for free and like bottle service and whatnot. But like during, I guess, 2017 is when I went. You have to pay, and like it's super expensive. Like it's $100 like a ticket.
Girls have to
and
pay to get in?
yeah, it's super expensive unless you go to like certain places. Like I went to
No.
you're like, no.
Absolutely not. I wouldn't pay for
Well,
that.
now you don't have to pay.
Oh,
So if
good.
you go
because
like now,
also, but no.
yeah. But
I'm sorry, I will find a man in the line with a quickness that I'm not paying $100.
I know, it was so expensive and like,
Dude,
yeah,
I don't even pay for drinks usually.
I know.
$100 for entry.
that's why I was so shocked. I was like, oh my gosh.
I'm as shocked as you because I'm like,
but imagine you're there and like
No.
you didn't budget like to spend $100 for just tickets, not even drinks.
it's not in my budget and I'm not budging. You're paying for me. I'm not paying to get $100 to get in somewhere, but you did.
I did, yeah.
Okay.
I did for
Okay, I'm proud of you for sucking it up, but also like
only a few places. So Blue Marlin, Ibiza, which is really nice. It's right on the ocean. and
$100.
yeah. It's insane. If you want to go to like the main club, so if you want to go to like Amnesia, or I'm not sure if they have, what was the other one? Oh, I can't remember, but I think it's gone anyways. But it was super popular. Like any of those popular clubs, you'll have to pay to get in, unfortunately. But if you're going like just to random like clubs there, which have great music since it is Ibiza, you'll be fine.
You know the meme I'm thinking right now?
Which one?
The blinking guy.
Yeah.
like- yeah, wow, that's crazy. But so,
Yeah.
so we had a great time. Like it was
It was amazing. Like I would definitely go back. Anywhere you went, the music was good. Like we went to it was like a rejuvenation bar type place, and they served like shots of I don't even know what it was, but it was like a green drink. To
did they serve
they should, but I
You know
didn't
what I'm
see
talking
it.
about?
Yeah, the
IVs?
oxygen.
Yeah.
I didn't see an oxygen bar, but it's probably smart to have one of those. But whatever we went to is more like just healthy, and like it gave you a shot of like ginger and like other like healthy things, and that was really good. And like he's like, oh well, it's free since you guys are like visiting, and so you have perks going there, but like just expect to pay for like the really nice clubs.
Okay, well,
So
go and do Ibiza with a boo.
yeah.
Sign up sheet will be in the bio. No, I'm just kidding. But either way, no, that sounds fun, but also wow. Okay, so Ibiza, good times. Obviously, I think everyone knows Ibiza is like a music hub. You know, like
Yeah.
you want to go there to like have a good time, party, listen to some good music.
Yeah.
So okay, and then was there any amazing food that you ate there?
We had oh gosh, I know we had pasta like one night that was really good, but it was outside of Ushuaia, I believe, the beach like club. But I don't remember. I
Okay.
don't remember the name of it. So
Yeah, because I've never really. I don't feel like I've heard of any like traditional like
yeah,
Ibiza. So because Ibiza is what
Oh.
country?
Spain.
So
Yeah.
I guess it would just be like, you know, like Spanish kind of
Actually,
food.
no. There was one place, Blue Marlin Ibiza. They had really good food. So they had oh my gosh, it was like a shrimp pasta. I forgot the name of it, but it was so good. Like it was the best shrimp I've ever had in my life.
Did the shrimps come out whole with the legs and shit?
No. I can't do that. So
Okay, because listen, so I've had a couple guests talk about Greece, which I've been to Greece. And
Yeah.
Santorini is like one of my, I'd say it's my number one place.
definitely.
In Mykonos, we went to a dinner one night and
Yeah.
I ordered a shrimp pasta. And
Oh no.
these shrimps came out almost alive. Like they
Oh,
weren't alive, but
gosh.
like fucking black eyeballs, their fucking antenna, their
Yeah,
little
no,
thing.
I can't.
I straight up, just so everyone knows, I can't kill spiders. The other night, one was in my room and my roommate was asleep. It was 2 a.m. I got the vacuum. I brought it downstairs because it had the hose and I had to hose it because my biggest fear is something jumping into my mouth. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like a weird fear, but like I can't do it. Can you imagine this fucking shrimp just being like, oh, like,
Yeah,
so no,
no.
I couldn't do it. Also, I heard that like shrimps and crustaceans, they hide their poo under their shell. How are you gonna give
Oh my
me
gosh.
a fucking pooey shrimp
Yeah.
and expect to eat that? Like we can't do that. So my girlfriend like peeled my shrimp back, but after that, it already ruined it for me because I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna eat this poo peeled shrimp. Okay,
Definitely.
I'm not gonna eat this poo peeled shrimp. But I do love shrimp. I love seafood.
I
But
love
it's
seafood.
But it's just like it needs to be already handled for me.
Me too. I can't have like the face.
Can't have the
I can't have the
face.
face still there and like
Yeah.
everything else. I just no.
So, okay, so besides any of those places, what's the best meal you've ever had anywhere?
Best meal. I don't know. That's a hard one. I don't know. I've had a few good meals.
Give it to me. Let's, like,
So Ruth Chris is really nice.
Of course.
Oh my gosh, there was a place in Vegas. I can't remember the name, but
Love
it's in the
Vegas.
Eiffel Tower. In that place, their food was amazing. Like it's worth every penny. Like it's so good. So that place was pretty good. And then the Paris hotel also has. Oh gosh, I can't remember any of these places' names, but they're so good. Like the Paris Hotel in general, like all of their food is really good.
Vegas has like some really amazing food.
Yeah, because all their like chefs are really like nice, and like there's some like Michelin like chefs which are really nice.
So one of my favorite things to do actually. So one of my best friends lives in Copenhagen.
Yeah,
and so he is from San Diego, and so when we were here, like our thing to go do is go to like Michelin star restaurants.
Yeah.
And so I went and visited. I took my first solo trip last year in October.
Oh,
so
nice.
it's so good. Like a year passes by so fast.
I know.
Because straight up last year at this time, I was getting ready to go on my first solo trip. I went to Rome, Budapest, and Copenhagen.
Oh my gosh.
So, but when I got to Copenhagen with him, so he lived there and I was his first guest, and he was like so excited and nervous that we literally missed our train one way and went to Sweden, and it was like we were like cracking. It was so much fun, but like Copenhagen was really cool, and
Really?
I mean, unbeknownst to me, I might have been to other ones with my parents, but my very first Michelin star restaurant was in Copenhagen. And so that's our thing. Like we recently just went to Arizona and the Grand Canyon. We went to a Michelin star restaurant there and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, but it's just like nice to have really amazing thought out food.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for food. Like, oh my gosh.
And so like so once again, I said I'm going to San Francisco in less than a week.
Oh gosh.
And I already picked out for my girlfriend and I, we're gonna go to a Michelin star place in Chinatown.
They have
like,
the best food.
Yeah, like I love food. Give me food or give me death. You know, like good food. I don't want to eat like some bullshit.
Yeah, no.
I'd rather not eat than eat something quick and like not up to par.
Yeah, I really love food, so I could understand.
Yeah, like, you know, yeah, food's the best. So, okay, so you also told me, though, that you have some crazy travel stories.
Yeah, so I guess the craziest travel story I have, when I went to Mexico for my 24th birthday, so my boyfriend like took me at the time, and it was nice. Everything was going, well, and we were on the plane and he started talking to someone random, and I'm like, this is a bad idea. Like,
is it a boy or girl?
A boy, a guy, an older man.
Why do you think it was a bad idea? I always talk to people.
Well, I always talk to people, but I feel like when you go down south, you shouldn't technically, I don't know, like reach out to too many people because you don't know like what's going on. And I was in Guadalajara, which is like,
well, Guadalajara,
it's like the hubcap of like bad stuff.
It's the hub of layovers. So like right now I've been dying as I know so many people in San Diego have to go to anywhere in Mexico.
Yeah.
But all these places, the flights are so cheap, but it's because the layover is like 7 hours in Guadalajara. And Guadalajara, like as long as you stay inside is probably fine, but it's like not a chill time.
No, I didn't know that though going. So, but my girlfriend afterwards told me, and she's from Guadalajara, she told me that the like neighborhood city or whatever, I guess like it's very I don't even know, like intense. Like there's a lot of drug
Crime.
traffic. Yeah, crime, basically crime. And so I didn't know that going into it. I went for the architectural, like, appeal. And so we ended up
You didn't
going.
go for the white ponies?
No. So we ended up going, and he's talking to this guy, and like when we get out of the airport, he's still talking to him, and this guy had convinced him into going to his car rental place.
Is he a fucking fool, this guy, your boyfriend?
My ex, I mean.
And you weren't like, bitch, no?
No. I was just like, I don't know. I didn't want to fight about it.
Listen,
So
I'm
like,
upset. So what happens?
So I went, and they pick you up at the airport and they take you there, and everything was fine. But like the whole time I was there, I was on edge because I knew something was going to happen. I have that intuition. Like I just know when something is going to happen.
Trust your gut. She knows what's what.
Trust your gut when you travel. Like honestly.
Trust your gut all the time, hoes.
Yeah, trust your gut because you really do know. Like I don't know. It's something about you just know when something's going to happen.
Your stomach, which is your gut, is like a bigger orifice than like your heart or anything else. Like you feel things in your gut, and it's not for nothing. It's never for nothing.
Very true. So we get there and everything's closing out. We left our luggage in the car. Thank God. But I had bought a jacket for myself for my birthday.
Thank God, oh no.
I bought a jacket for myself for my birthday, and it was super expensive, but I didn't.
Did somebody steal it?
Well, just wait until the story. And so I'm talking to like my ex at the time, or my boyfriend at the time, now ex, and I feel something poking me, and I look down, and there's a gun. And so
You're
I'm like,
lying.
no, I'm not.
A gun?
Yeah, and it was like a small, like little, it looked fake to me. So I was like, what is going on? Like, this is weird. And then I look over at the guy that had brought us there, and he had like a silencer like type, like the very like long, like.
He had a gun too?
Yeah, but like his was super intense, and like he had, the whole time we were talking to him, he was telling us about his jewelry. Like he had $25,000 like of jewelry just on him.
I am so pissed. You broke up with him immediately, didn't you?
Well, the story gets more. It's not. This is the beginning.
Okay.
Beginning.
Okay.
So.
Oh my God. My father would murder somebody.
Actually, my parents don't know about this story, so.
Okay. Continue.
But.
Oh my starry-eyed surprise.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So I look down, and then I see that, and then I see the other guy, and I'm like, this is serious. They start yelling.
In Spanish?
Yeah, and like I didn't know what they were saying.
Did your boyfriend speak Spanish?
No, or he spoke it, but not fluent enough to know what they were saying. And so we get on the floor, and
I hate him. I hate him.
Me too.
You got on the floor? We don't get on the fucking floor.
They have guns. I don't know what's going on. They had guns.
Oh my God. I wish you would have just started beating your boyfriend's ass and they got scared and ran away. Because that's what I would have done. Just a fucking junk punch to the fucking balls. You fucking did this?
Yeah.
Fuck you. Because you guys would have knocked on there if he didn't start talking to this fucking hoo-ha.
I'm like, we should not go here. Like, we don't know.
God.
Unless, like, you know the people, I don't think you should, like, venture off of your trail.
You never know anyone.
Much.
You never know anyone. Yeah. I just watched a fucking special on Netflix. This chick was married to this guy for 8 years. He fucking murdered her and her two kids. Their two kids. You don't know anyone. You meet someone in Mexico and you go to their fucking warehouse. You're a fool.
Yeah.
Dude,
so
he needs to get beat up, your boyfriend.
So it gets worse.
Okay.
So we're on the ground, and they finally tell us to get up, and they shove us in the bathroom in the back. Us and the people that work there, and we just hear a bunch of crashing. We don't know what's going on, and I literally dropped down to my knees and started praying.
Yeah,
and because I thought, like, this is it. Like,
pray to God for sure.
I'm like, this is the end. Like, this is how I go out. And finally, it just all stopped, and we waited about like 10 minutes, and then finally we started like trying to push the door open, and the door was, bombarded with like junk, basically. They had threw a desk.
Why did they do that?
So we couldn't get out.
But why? Did they take your shit?
Well, wait. And so they bombarded like the desk and like other stuff against the door. We finally opened the door, and we're like, whoa, like what happened? There's stuff everywhere. And I guess when I dropped to the floor, I had dropped my jacket. And I remember trying to grab it, but that's when they, I think, like threw us in the bathroom. So I didn't get my jacket, but they left our phones. They left our credit cards. They left my ex's wallet.
They took your jacket?
But they took everything from that other guy. And that other guy knew them. So we're thinking like, I don't know, they like set him up and like we were stuck in the crossfire kind of. And he was coming there to buy property because he had lived there when he was younger, and he was coming back from Long Beach, and he's like, I'm gonna buy property. And
So nobody beat that guy's ass.
no, I mean, I don't know. I was so shaken up by the whole like experience.
So how did you guys leave from that?
We ended up taking the car. We drove to our hotel. I told them we're not staying after like this night. We slept that whole night, and we drove to Puerto Vallarta in the morning.
I love Puerto Vallarta.
I know.
Puerto Vallarta is
it's
amazing.
so nice.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so that was the craziest, I think, travel story I have.
So the only thing you lost was your jacket?
Yeah, my jacket.
But I think
But
that's
it was
sad.
so sentimental.
It's sad.
Like, I loved that jacket.
Like when you find, like, honestly, I have this one leather jacket that I got from Nordstrom like a couple years ago.
That's where I got mine, and I'm like,
but it was for my very first Europe trip, and it has like this really cute like a normal kind of material hood, but the rest is leather.
Yeah.
But it's so cute. It's like so soft and cuddly, and I like loved it so much. And if I got that stolen ever, I'd be upset.
Yeah, I was upset.
I mean, thank God like you didn't die, of course. Like we're gonna say that, but like
yeah. But
dude,
other than that,
oh my God, I would be so mad.
I know.
And you didn't say your boyfriend you're fucking pussy?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. I just didn't want to fight. I'm like, I just want to get through this whole experience.
So how long did that last?
Not long. It lasted a year, and that was like the breaking point. So
how long had that been until like how long into the year was that?
That was a year in.
And then it was done.
Yeah, kind of.
I'm sorry. Like I'll say this. Like I've had some boyfriends where dated for like a year or a long time, and then something like that, maybe not like gunpoint thing, but something kind of happens, and it's like not necessarily like deal breaker worthy, but it's just like so much shit has built up, and you're like,
I'm like, it's
after
not
this,
worth it.
like you just lose interest. Like you lose interest. So I think that's like a good transition. So you are happily in a relationship right now.
I am. Yes.
Yay. Congratulations. We're gonna do another cheers because honestly, girl, it is hard out there for a pimp.
Yeah.
And ladies as pimps too, go on, brush your shoulders off. So I want to talk about, so how did this happen? So how did you guys meet?
So we met on Hinge. It was very like unexpected. I honestly had given up. And that's when I had met him, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like you are a gentleman, and everything was perfect. Just with my dating past, I was a little skeptical. So I still kept my heart very close. But then like he kept proving like how amazing he is. And yeah, he's just an amazing person.
That's awesome. So yeah, because I have definitely had, so I did Hinge for a little bit, and I actually met somebody who I was dating.
Yeah.
And then, but after we broke up, I was like, I want to get on something else, just because like I'm a person who has like PTSD, where if I didn't want to get on Hinge, and like I didn't think he was going to be on there, but imagine if he was, like I would have, it wouldn't have been a good situation either.
No.
My feelings would have been hurt, or I would have like reacted in a volatile way or something like that. So I was like, let's try something else. The first couple weeks on Hinge were really great. I went on like a bunch of dates, but like honestly, it is a jungle out there. Like I recently watched Mean Girls, and it is similar. It is an animal world. It's a jungle.
Yeah.
Everyone is just trying to fight or fuck. And like honestly, that's not what I want. I'm trying to mate for life. Like, am I a penguin? I don't know. But like I'm trying to waddle into something real.
Yeah.
So tell me how it works. So like how long were you on Hinge before you met Mans?
Maybe 2. Well, no, I kept deleting it, and then like after a date, and then I didn't really like the guy, I would delete it.
You would delete the app?
Yeah, I just wasn't really interested in like dating, and I was just I don't know, it just seemed like it was too much energy for the time, and like there was a lot of other stuff going on to where that I just didn't want to give my energy to that. So I kept deleting it for 2 months, and finally I got it back, and I had matched with Keith, and that's how we ended up dating. So
okay, so you guys, so after how many dates were you like, I want to like be with this guy?
I don't know how many dates, but after 2 months.
Okay, so
actually no, after our second date I knew that, but then like after 2 months we became official. So
nice.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really sweet. Were you seeing anyone else in that time?
No.
No?
I just knew he was so sweet. Like he's just like an amazing person, like everything that I wanted. So
that's so nice, because honestly, like from the last month, like, because I honestly didn't do dating apps for a long time. I've had like some really long-term relationships, and then I was like, oh, let's try it out, just because. And then especially right now with COVID, it's like, how else are you gonna meet people?
Yeah.
But like, I just want to meet like a nice guy, because I feel like guys are very forward right now.
Yeah.
And even like this one guy, within this last week, so I've gone on a couple like good dates within the past couple weeks. But I met this other guy in the past week. I'm like, oh, he's sweet. He's like, you started with, you have such a pretty smile.
Oh,
Love that. You know, compliment my smile, like whatever. Not like you have such a fat ass. Like, you know, like, let's talk about my face.
Yeah.
Let's go there. But so yes, that was cool. And then he said something like, he's like, oh yeah, like, you have pretty hair too. I love to play with hair. And I'm like, and so come on, you know how good it feels to have your hair played with. And so I said, this was like, honestly, last night I was like, oh my gosh, I love that. Like, I love having my hair played with. He's like, do you need someone to play with your hair and rub your back tonight? And I was like, I said, I'm good for tonight, thanks.
Oh gosh.
What the fuck? Like, what the fuck? And he was like, yeah, no worries. So like, do you have a WhatsApp? Like, we could talk on there.
What?
So first of all, I'm going to tell every dude out there listening this. Don't give me your WhatsApp. Don't give me your Instagram. Don't give me your Twitter. Don't give me anything else. Ask for my number or bust. Because like, you're a fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
Your WhatsApp, you fucking douche.
Yeah, no.
Do you have a WhatsApp? Do you have a fucking filter for your fucking lunacy?
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I just don't understand this.
Yeah.
So anyway, but I have gone on some like really great like second and third dates and stuff like that. But like, I just am so over it. So like, I'm so happy for you that you found somebody who was like good and consistent. I think that San Diego is like kind of a hard place to date, because there are so many people, and like I've even seen people that put their thing here for like, oh, I'm here for the weekend, and they want to like, it's just like not a good time. So what I've been doing recently is just kind of working more on myself, like working on my podcast. I'm in real estate, so I've had tons of showings, which is great. And then also like just kind of like working out and working on me. And I think that's going to like bring me, like focusing on myself is going to like show who is really putting in the work to see me and all this stuff. Because I've had some dudes that like I've gone out with and they want to hang out again. They're like, oh, let's watch a movie. No, this isn't a fuck fest. Like,
no.
Like, I'm sorry, our first, second, third dates, you're taking me to do something fun. Like, like you're showing me, you know? So, so that's been like my problem, is that I feel like dudes, but maybe it's because other girls don't care as much. Cause I've also heard the flip side. I have some guy friends that have been like, oh, there's some girls that just want me to subscribe to their OnlyFans. Or there's been some girls that they just want to fuck on the first date. And I'm like, that sucks, because like, that's not, you know, like what I'm going for. So it's kind of like, I always love to hear about the flip side of like success stories of like how it went down.
Yeah.
So okay. So you guys met after like 2 months. You're like, let's be official.
Yeah.
So, and what are your guys' signs? Because I always find that so fascinating.
So we're both Pisces.
Both Pisces.
So both laid back, go with the flow. I don't know, like whatever Pisces are.
Emotional.
Yeah. It's weird because I'm not that emotional. I'll only get emotional when like good things, or I guess.
Do you know your moon and rising signs?
Oh gosh, my girlfriend just told me this. I think Libra and Aries, but I don't know which was which.
Okay, we could do it, but okay, well, but honestly, like your sun sign is a really important one, so that's good that you guys both get along in that sense. Okay, and so how are you guys? So we have those similarities. How do you think you guys are different? Like, do you guys have...
he's more grounded. Like, he's more like realistic. Like,
he probably has a Taurus in his shit.
Probably, yeah. Because he's super like grounded, and then me, I'm like the more like ethereal, like dreamer, like, you know, thinking of like things that are like way far out there. But like, he's the one that's like more grounded and all of that. So.
Okay, so what made you be like, this is the guy?
Honestly, I was dating prior to like that 2-month thing, but it was before kind of summer, and I had met like a really awful guy that like we were dating for a month, and I wouldn't sleep with him. Like, I was just, you know, going on dates or whatever. I was waiting until like we were official, or I don't know, like I was just waiting.
I'm the same.
Intuition.
Like, I'm sorry, but yeah, I'm not gonna just fuck you.
No.
Just for sport.
No, and I knew like just intuition. I'm like, let me just wait this out. I usually,
feel this
I don't know, my emotions, I can't do that. So
Trust
anyways.
your gut. She knows what's what.
Yeah. So that ended up going pretty bad. And so before that, and like during all that time, I just met awful guys, and I just decided to write down what I wanted. And I'm like, I'm going to manifest whatever I want. And so I wrote it down, and I would start to just think about like what I would want as a man. And then like internally, yeah, I would think about like what I would want to be as that person, like to accept that. So because you have to also be ready for that. So
you have to be ready to accept the person you want, but you have to be the person that you would want that person to accept.
Exactly. So I just wanted to like fix anything that like was wrong with me, or like any issues I might have had in the past. And so working on myself for like roughly all of summer. And then finally when I met him, I'm like, this is the guy. Like he checked off all the boxes. Everything was perfect. And that's what sold me. And we love the same music, which was a huge like thing for me. So
because yeah, like I had this one boyfriend when I was in high school, and everyone thought we were gonna get married, and he loved screamo.
Oh.
And for a moment in time, I was like,
yeah,
like, not really, but I would just like accept it. But like in hindsight, I would never for a second in my fucking life listen to that.
Yeah,
so, like, it's important to find someone who's like truly aligned with you.
Yeah.
And so okay, but so what are your guys' like biggest differences? And that's okay. Like it's okay to say differences.
Let me think. I honestly can't think of any.
There's nothing you guys disagree on.
We've never had a fight, like ever.
But
disagreement, like ever.
Okay. Wow. Like,
yeah.
You guys are 100% similar. You guys like all the same foods. You guys have all the same political beliefs. You guys.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I literally can't think of any.
So I know you mentioned that you had some stalker stories, which I would love to hear because I've also had some myself.
Oh, okay. So I had one stalker. We never went on a date. Which is really interesting. I feel like...
Right? You're like, how are you going to stalk me when I've never even given you the time of day?
Yeah, and so we never went on a date. He told me some, like,
How'd you meet him?
It was Bumble. Either Bumble or
Dude,
Hinge.
Bumble's bad.
Yeah, I think it was Bumble. But he just told me something that I wasn't down for, and it just turned me
I had one
off.
of those on Bumble, too.
Yeah.
It made me sad, because, like, if you're gonna tell me something, like I feel like I'm a person that like is understanding, but also I think that you save your really special parts for like later.
Yeah,
because if you tell me on our first date or really soon on, it's gonna make me be like, damn, like you tell everybody this, and it's all like it's special information.
Exactly. It was so like personal, and like I wasn't there yet for me.
Yeah.
And so I told him I didn't want to talk anymore, and that like I was just done, and I stopped responding, and then he kept sending messages. And then I blocked him, and then he found me on Instagram, and then kept sending messages, then blocked him on that. And I think he found me, or he got a new number or something crazy, and like started messaging me on that. And
okay, so how did it end? You just like kept blocking?
Yeah.
So I have to ask this. So did you ever once say verbally, please leave me alone?
Yeah, definitely. Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah?
I'm such a communication person
good, because like I feel like a lot of people, like their out is just blocking.
Yeah.
Which like, hey, if somebody's being really aggressive, like I understand that.
Yeah.
But also I think that we are in a day and age, use your words. Like there's
Exactly.
no reason to not verbally say, hey, excuse me, you are violating my terms of comfortability.
Yeah.
Please back off. Please leave me alone.
And he would tell me that like, oh, okay. And then back away, and then send me another message like maybe like 2 hours later. And so
it felt uncomfortable. It didn't feel
very
right.
uncomfortable.
And so for me, like I've always felt like if something doesn't feel right, like trust your gut. Like I've been in a situation that felt fine at first, but then like as you transition, like maybe to a different spot, like from dinner to somewhere else, and you're like, oh, this doesn't feel as right. Like listen to your gut. Like
yeah.
I always tell my girlfriends if I'm going on a date, like where I'm going, if I'm going to a dude's house, 100%. If any dude ever, I want everyone to know going forward, if you ever think that your address is private, it is not.
Yeah.
If I'm going to your home, my mother and my best friends know where the fuck I'm going.
Yeah.
There will never be mysteries as far as that.
Whenever I went on dates, my 3 best girlfriends and my sister would track me. We always share locations.
Well, yeah, you
always.
could share your location, and like I
Yeah.
think that's really smart to do. Like I'm never gonna share my location with like maybe if you're my husband or something, and it's like that's
Yeah.
pertinent. But no, like it's my best friends and people that I
Yeah.
know like care about my well being, because we do live, unfortunately. Like I always say on the show, if you think it's a friendly universe, that's what it's going to be. If you think it's a scary universe, that's what it's going to be. I
Yeah.
don't think it's a scary universe, but I also have to be realistic in the fact that, as you so beautifully illustrated, that anyone you think that you trust is not always someone you can trust.
No.
So it's like, let's be smart about this. Let's like, feel things out. And especially if you're giving me too much information out the gate, that might be too much, like more than I can handle. So
Yeah.
we're not going to continue with that,
No.
So, but you never get, like, he never came to pick you up at your house. Cause like,
No, he didn't know my address.
well,
like,
thank God, because so that's one thing I worried about, is because like one thing I love is chivalry. So like I've had
Yeah.
some guys, like this one guy I went on a date with recently. He was from New York, and I didn't really like think about it, but he's like, let's go out and get some drinks. And I said, okay, you're gonna pick me up? And he said, I don't have a car because I'm from New York, but I'll Uber you, which I understand.
Nice,
He just
yeah.
moved here, but I love when a guy offers to like,
Me too. Yeah.
well, but like to chauffeur me to make sure I'm taken care of.
yeah.
But it also, like, I always get nervous because I'm like, okay, I have to give this person my address.
yeah.
But here's a tip. I always give him an address 2 doors down.
Oh, smart.
Because then, like, even if it is on the street, like,
Yeah.
they don't really know. So
True.
give an address that's like 2 doors down, because then
Yeah.
it's like they're not gonna know your actual address. Because like say you have like a floor level apartment or like a home, like I do.
Mm-hmm.
That scares the shit out of me.
Yeah. No.
So you never know who you're dealing with. We live in a day and age where anyone can be an Uber driver, anyone can be on Bumble, anyone can be on Hinge, where
Yeah.
like you think this is a nice person and they're a fucking serial killer or a rapist or something. So like be selective, be very, very discerning on who you let know where you live or like, what you're doing or anything
Definitely.
like that.
Yeah.
And it's also like, we live in such a looky-loo kind of like environment where
Yeah.
like, think about it, like, you're an influencer, you have all these people looking at what you do every day. Have you ever had anyone show up where you're at or like anything?
Yeah, definitely. I went to I used to go to Newport a lot. Like every weekend I would hang out in Newport. My friends were up there, and there was one time I was, showing my stories of where I'm at, which I stopped doing until like after.
You gotta stop tagging it until you're gone.
Yeah,
because
or
like,
you're leaving, like, gone or leaving. But anyways, I tagged my location in Newport, and we were going out to like bars and having a good time, and someone showed up and they're like, I follow you, like, and he just wanted to like talk, and like very like invasive, like it was very, because I'm fine with that, honestly, or I'm not fine with like stalking, but I'm fine with someone like approaching
obviously
me.
you want people to like that's what you do, like putting yourself on Instagram. You want people to appreciate you and like adore you in a sense. It's like, it's a spot to be adored. It's like,
and
nice
you can approach me, it's fine, like that's
yeah,
but like don't stalk me and then be very invasive in my space.
So was he
was, yeah. And so I left, and I wasn't down. So
it's just a fine line. Like, it's one thing to come over and be like, hey, I live in the area, I saw you were here, I wanted to come say hello, bought you a drink, hope you have a great night.
yeah,
That's cool. That's somebody you'd be like, cool, this is like an awesome fan, or like whatever. But like, shit gets weird really quickly, and I want people to like know that. Like, it's like, it is a fine line. Like, obviously, like it is a very, very like fucking thin ass line, because
exactly.
you want people to like love you and show that support, but like you also don't want people to like pop your bubble and make you feel uncomfortable. So it's kind of like it's hard. But okay, so any other crazy situations besides that?
Not that I could think of off bat, but yeah.
And so how does your boyfriend deal with you being an influencer?
He loves it. I mean, he's in like photography, videography, so I feel like he appreciates what I do, or I don't know. He'll like take my pictures sometimes, and he's very supportive, so
He is?
Yeah.
Good. So like, if you ever get DMs or anything, like, you probably obviously wouldn't just go out and tell him. So he just, or do you?
I mean, it depends like how personal it is, but
Most of the time I'm sure he would probably assume you're gonna get him, and then
yeah.
like, yeah.
most of the time I don't check my DMs, honestly. I just don't.
I know.
Sorry.
No, it's funny. But no, yeah. So we're friends now and like totally.
Yeah.
But like I get that too. Like even sometimes like I'll see people DM me and it's like because we all have like the other
There's
tab.
so many. Like they just keep going, like 70 something or like 80.
Yeah.
So
I have like 60. So it's like okay, who are you? So yeah, I totally get it. But
that's like other than like your normal messages.
Yeah.
So you never get to it kind of, but
yeah, you never get to it. I like to check it sometimes because sometimes it's somebody who like you don't follow and you're like, oh, maybe this, like, you know, but yeah, so that's nice that like that's what I like. I've dated guys that were like super jealous and I've dated guys that like didn't care at all, and I like somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
I like where it's like, yeah, of course they're messaging you, you're fucking delicious, babe, but also like a healthy like if they get crazy, you know, but like I want someone who trusts me and knows, you know, so that's a good thing. So you like is what is like the biggest factor in your guys' relationship? Like give me like the top 3 things that make your guys' relationship work.
Let me think. I think it's trust, listening, and just being loving, you know? Like think of, or when you're talking to them, think of them as you're talking to yourself. Like just be like empathetic. Sorry, couldn't think of the word.
I'm an empath.
Yeah, empathetic. But yeah, those are the only like things that I feel like are very like necessary in a relationship. So
okay. So that's amazing. So basically be loving, put yourself in the other person's shoes. You guys said you've never gotten in a fight?
No
little argument.
I can't think of any. I'm trying to. Yeah, we've never gone into a fight ever.
Well, that is so sweet. And honestly, once again, I am like so happy for you. And I think that's out there for all of us. And anyone listening who hasn't quite yet found your person, I'm in the same boat as you. I think that there are so many people that, don't get me wrong, people that want to date me, want to be with me. And I'm just like, you know, you're almost there. You don't need to settle. Like, I think we all know that there's somebody out there perfect for us. And it's hard because we don't want to wait. But at the same time, like, patience is such a virtue. You know what I mean? Like, no matter what you believe in, like, today I posted something that is my favorite friendly reminder and is, my heart is at ease knowing that what was meant for me will never miss me, and what misses me was never meant for me. So, I'm so happy you came on the show today. Thank you so much.
Of course. Cheers. Thank you for having me.
Thanks so much for tuning into Up to Date, and we'll see you next time.